So I thought to make up for the videos I've had to delete because of them being reported to Homeland Security, I thought to redeem myself and show that that person's father who reported it, that I'm not so bad after all. Well, I want to show you guys some bloopers and outtakes from the senior directed one-acts at LHS. But keep in mind, these outtakes only involve me because, well, I don't know what the rest of the cast went through, and I doubt they would want me documenting their screw-ups, so, let's take you through this. This is the senior directed one-acts every U.S. election ever, bloopers and outtakes, Andrew Kozlowski. This is the final scene of the play that involves a montage of the whole play, but as you can see from this clip, I couldn't find the opening to the curtain as I was exiting stage. But the funny thing was, at the end, the directors told me I was supposed to exit stage right the whole time, so that was a train wreck. This scene is actually a representation of how John Adams and Thomas Jefferson election was kind of like a gun duel. Like, they hated each other, so it became a gunfight. And then, like, on the year John Adams left, which is the character I'm playing, and Hamilton steps in and defends Jefferson. But this scene, the real thing that happened in this scene is when I fly back, like, one night I landed on my elbow so hard that I landed on my elbow wrong, like, it hurt, and it even left a mark. Alright, let's put a picture. Oh, I love the way I slide. Here's a picture. But yeah, this play, I've probably had the most injuries out of everybody. Hey, there was another injury which I'll talk about later in this video, but let's get on with the next clip. This scene is actually a run-through of the whole old 19th century. You need to skip to the 20th century by having Armand Joel, which is Billy Joel's second cousin once removed, who'd sing a parody of "We Didn't Start the Fire." But so yes, I'm the guy that's singing it as our playing Armand Joel. But yes, apparently near the beginning of this song, this was dress rehearsal. The sound crew didn't have the song cranked up loud enough. It was just fading into the beginning of the song, which I was the one that actually wrote the song, wrote the music to make a shortened version, but basically it just faded in. I had a little cue at the beginning to let me know when to start, but I didn't hear that at all, so I kind of got off to a bad start. But since it was dress rehearsal, I really wanted to play with this rehearsal because of as you can see, I'm rapping the song here. Yeah, directors were not happy with me doing that.
It was always burning since the world is turning. We didn't start the fire. No, we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it.
But yeah, now with this is the third verse. I decided to go with the genre of metal, so I went with a Marilyn Manson tone. While I was also doing metal screams, which since everyone had to wear masks, including me, on stage, that was not easy. It did not sound good. It was kind of muffled, but yeah, still the directors were not happy. Luckily, this was just the dress rehearsal, which I don't think it was live streamed or documented. So let's continue with this.
Railroad strikes, river bikes, artificial drinks of ice, mustard, custard, lower wrinkles, wilder, Oriental's telephone, wired up a tombstone, light bulbs, cowboy boots, the Tuskegee Institute, Woolsworth, Red Cross, the Cato People's Crazy Horse, James Garfield blown away. What else do I have to say?
Oh yeah, that was fun to do. I had a good time. That was really my shining moment there. And I brought in a different guitar every day. I did bring the double neck at one point, but that was not very practical to use on stage.
fear but fear itself.
This is FDR's third term re-election, and done in the style of a superhero movie, as seen in the first clip. But but what really went wrong here was the fact that when I watch what happens here.
FDR.
So when I slide in jujitsu chop up those two bad guys, I would there would be points where I would slide on my knee or do like a power slide, and even when I'm wearing jeans, that still like friction burnt my knee to a crisp. One point, like I was originally wanted to power slide at the end of We Didn't Start the Fire, but during one rehearsal that ripped a hole in my pants, and it's which is the extremely tight pants that I wore on the Angel Comics episode, I'm Not Gay. So yes, that pants is ruined now, but so yes, friction burning my knee. That was a routine thing. The elbow issue was a one-time thing, but the knee, that was a routine. If there was a category for most on-stage injuries, then consider me nominated. Wasn't that great? Well, I got some other fun stories about the show that weren't filmed. So one of the first off, a summary of the play I was in. And it's basically just a comedy sketch of every U.S. election, and in the first scene in the cat, they're basically just a theater company, like reenacting in every election, and not to mention incredibly underpaid acting company in the whole cast like walks out on stage just waving to the audience. So one rehearsal, we were asked to do something different just to try to develop our character. And during that scene, I took doing something different to a whole new level. I took it literally, I literally did like a sexy French girl slide on stage during that scene. Like, oh yeah, that was gotta be the greatest day of my life there. And even then, like during the John Adams and Thomas Jefferson fight, I walked on stage into the duel, like I was moonwalking on stage and just Michael Jackson dancing and on stage until the duel started, and even then I started the duel facing backwards. That was I was like, with the utmost convictions of the Federalist Party, I do. Jefferson. And oh yes, I had the directors on the floor laughing at that. That was no, I wish we could have rehearsed. We had time to rehearse the whole show on that day, or with that idea. Cause oh man, actually I would have taken it to a dirty level. One of the scenes where I'm playing Woodrow Wilson, as that Woodrow Wilson election was done in the style of The Bachelor. Oh man, I would have been too inappropriate on that stage. I probably would have walked on stage just dry humping. Well, that's every U.S. election ever. Outtakes. So do you have any other ideas? Let me know. Oh, and I want an idea. I want a vote from you guys. Should I audition for the musical, which is coming up? Should I audition for it? Let me know in the comments below. Peace.